we live? I think so. Oh, hello. Hi. Already. My goodness. Who is that? Hewing's Handmaid. New follower already. Oh, hi, cat. I have a cat. Hello. I have a new setup. I just got a new thing for this camera over here. So hopefully, well, we'll play with it. We'll see how it works. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I am attempting to use this new thing as best as I can. It's kind of like, okay. We'll see how that works. And yes, here we are. Let me just reset this. Oh, I have got a lot to do. Little cat. Why is it that you always take my chair? I love you and all. So we're working with Atomino Sewing again. This is probably going to be my project that I'm working on for the next week or so. So that's where we're at. It's a commission. And it is this dress, in case you didn't see it before. Here. Ah! And that's the pattern that just came out of it. Oh, I just got this new TV thingy. Not TV thingy. What am I trying to say? It's a mount. It's a new mount for this camera. That's what I'm working with right now. So that's this thing, and it's kind of got like a snaky thing going on. So it's very stiff and hard to work with. Ah, I remember now. I was flummoxed I say, by the discrepancy between these shoulders. And I can still work with it, because all I have to do is just reshape this part. This is the back. This guy right there. I'm just gonna sew it on the shoulders, and then I'll reshape this slight little, this 1 centimeter deviation. My goodness. Okay, and so here we are. Here's this. It's gonna be like that. We have the 2 backs. I think I just, yes, I cut out everything. Look at me go. Look at me go. I did a thing. Here's the front. And here's the other front. So this goes like this. These are the backs. This is the front facing. And then start piling this stuff over here. This goes to the back part. So, or does it? I think it does. There's the other one. Is it here? It is here. This. We have this. This. And this. Pattern, pocket, lining. We're going to cut out the lining today. Fronts, pattern, facing. Oh! Alright, I'm taking an inventory. I don't think I need this anymore. Put it away. This is such happy music. Such happy, much wow. Okay, so I have this. This is the front. These are just the bodice pieces. Oh, I missed these. Oh, good job. Boop. They're all gonna need to be ironed. Okay, let's try this again. It's time for real. And to think about the head bow and the bag. Now that's done. Okay, I've got plenty of this. So for the dress itself, I think I have enough here for making a head bow. I'll set that aside. Usually what I do is just cut right across, depending on the orientation of this print here. But since we want it to go up and down, we would do it this way. And also because of the way that this was printed, which is a little bit crooked, I can't do snip and rip. I have to do it following the pattern of the print itself. So, let's see, how long did she say she wanted it? Did I write it down? No, I did not, so I'm going to have to look that up in my correspondence. I think she said about 20 inches, but let's be sure. Let's see. Oh no, I think it's in the previous here. Open this up. Did I ask her? I should have asked her. Okay, give me those. How long do you want the skirt? Do. Yeah, okay. Ah! Hello, Mindy! Mindy's here! Hello! New camera. Wow. Very exciting. Oh my god. I know I asked. By the way, how long do you want your skirt to be? I'm pretty sure I asked this. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh gosh darn it all. I'm going crazy here. I'm sure. Oh my god, I'm in love with that fabric too. I love it too, very, very much. It's super fun, isn't it? I know. Hey, look, I can swivel now. I can swivel this. Ooh, look at that. Alright, well. The idea is that I can bend it down, swivel it like this, and then like bend it. Oh, it's like the idea. That is the idea. I don't know if it's going to be a good execution, but I can bend this down now and have it oriented kind of level with the table so that it's not like crazy. There. See? Ta-da! That's the idea. I don't know if it's going to be executed properly, but hey, we're just trying the new thing here. So, I am trying desperately to remember how long she wanted her skirt to be. I mean, usually my skirts, when I make it for myself, are 20 inches. That's considered on the longer side in Lolita. And typical lengths are anywhere between 17 and a half, 18 inches. So 18 inches to give you an idea. Okay, so this is an 18-inch ruler, and from my waist, that just about hits my knee. I almost want to just err on the side of caution, make it longer so that if it needs to be taken up, it could be taken up without too much incident. 20 inches would make it here. Ay, ay, ay. Kind of want to... Oh my god, it looks so small on the fabric. I know, this print is big. It's a big print, right? You can see. So this much is typical length for a Lolita dress. Maybe this much. Not very much. But I'd like to keep as much of this as I can, because this is the frame, and you know, it's a nice aesthetic. It's gonna be cut in between one way or another. Okay. So what I might end up doing then to keep this part is I'll just make it, let's see, I'll find the in-between. It's about an inch in between the points over here. So I'll do it at a ½ inch, and I will mark it kind of at a ½ inch between these 2 points. And we might be able to get a pretty good line. It's going to be cutting through some of this graphic anyway. So let's see. If I match up these 2 places with my pencil, like so, and I cut it right here, I think that'll work, and I need 2 panels of this. This is actually not as long. The print itself, the workable print, is shorter than the fabric itself. We're missing like almost 2 inches, I want to say, about 1½ inches from the selvage. Yeah. Alright, let's get this guy. Alright, here-ish. And then over here. Right there. Okay. just doing the best we can with what we got. It's pretty good. Okay. So the top portion of this, I'm not worried about for now. I am just orienting the print itself on the bottom hem. So obviously this is going to be, this whole piece is longer than what the finished product is going to be. Yeah, like way longer. But that means that I'll probably end up cutting off this much. Maybe a little bit higher. And this part is going to be going into the waistband. So small, I know. All right. So that being said, we need to figure out, we want this to be continuous as well. So that means that I'm going to need to cut off the same sort of idea. Ugh. We have two different rows of graphics here. So here we have the croissant with a mimosa, I'm assuming. Then we have pink champagne and some toast. I guess that's avocado? But anyway, so we have two different themes of the motif here. And if I want it to match, I need to be sure that the pink champagne and the toast remains on the entire bottom border consistently with the dress. All of this is stuff I have to think about. So, how much do we have to play with when it comes to this being the bottom hem and then the top here? If it were 18 inches, nope. Okay. Well, I might end up being able to use the strips that I have left over for, I have a lot. And I asked for a lot, and I'm so glad that I asked for a lot because the orientation of this print it's killing me. Okay. I've wanted to work with this for so long. Alright, I'm going to cut this part off because this is the place that I decided that we're going to be making our skirt. Because I found out she loves that I oriented the pink champagne in the center. I thought it was the cutest thing to work with, so I guess I was right. So we're going to cut right across, and we're not cutting with the grain, we're cutting with the print. Just how it's gonna be. How are you today, my friend Minty? Huh? How are ya? How you doing? Good, awesome. So glad to hear it. Okay. This is one part of the skirt. Just doing straight up rectangle skirt because I don't have the luxury of doing the panels. They want me to do panels for the original pattern, and the way that this print is designed does not afford me the luxury of using panels because it's going to break that continuity. Such is the life of an artist. So this means that the next line that I have to work with, since between here and here it's too short, so the next one is here where I have to do this, which means that whatever I have left over on this side, oh, you can't see that, So I'm gonna have from here to about here is gonna be the skirt, which means all of this panel I could probably use for head bow. Maybe I could squeak out a part of the bag from this panel over here, because it is pretty square. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna measure between the points of these square frames. And it's about right in the middle, which is about a ½ inch. Right there. Okay. Give or take an approximation, just so long as we have it somewhat even. Right there. Doop-a-doo. I didn't play any video games today. I just sat watching YouTube and drinking my coffee. I was very tempted to play my Final Fantasy game. Yeah, panels. Doing technical drawings today. Well, that's fun. Like technical flats. I am fine. Like I said, I was doing my typical morning routine and resisted the urge to play my video games. Just getting ready to do this. Right here. About there. Okay. Now. Let's see. Oh yes, it's sad that matching patterns wastes a lot of fabric. It does. Yeah, it is sad. For your thesis. Just for your thesis. Oh. But it's technical drawings for your thesis, so aren't you doing fashion? To me, technical drawings means doing pattern flats, or technical flats as they're called. You have them in the Otome no Sewing books too. It's basically like a technical final drawing of what the thing is supposed to look like. Yeah, that. Okay. Not my favorite thing to do, but I know how to do it. Like I said, not my favorite. I prefer to draw the pretty frilly things. But sometimes, in order to illustrate how a thing is put together, you have to do it. Otherwise, people are going to be confused, especially if you send anything to a factory. It's supposed to tell them how something is constructed, how the sample maker is supposed to put it together. And then they work out the kinks, and then they redraft it, and then it's put to production. I'm not doing it on scale. You like doing it though, that's cool. I actually never learned how to make it on scale like you're supposed to. I never did technical flats on scale. You're just supposed to be able to illustrate, like, you have your basic croquis that shows you the different points on a dress form, and then you orient the seam lines to where your seams are supposed to land depending on where they are on the dress form croquis. Look at all this fabric I have left over. I'm gonna have to send this to her if I have that much left, because I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is now going to be matching. Should be matching here. This is way too long though. Wendy! Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I am so sorry. My client... Shit. What? Anyway, how long do you want this skirt? Oh my god. Shit. Nobody's here. Is anybody here? I'm feeling extremely sheepish right now because I did something that I'm not supposed to do. Oh god. Wow, that matches really well. Wow, this matches so well. Look at that. How well that matches. Holy crap. Never you mind. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Oh, gosh. I need to measure this. Alright, let's see what we got. What do we got? What do we got? This guy. This guy. So, yeah, that is long. I think she said 20 inches. So I'll give it, let's see, 20 inches. I think there's certain netiquette that is supposed to be adhered to, and you know, names of people who prefer to remain anonymous are not to be shared, and so I made a mistake. Anyway, 20 inches. Like I said, I usually do it 20 inches, so if that's gonna be below my knees, definitely. Or just at my knees. I thought for sure she told me that she wanted this to be a certain length. That's what I'm most scared while doing commissions, doing mistakes. Oh, I know. I already made a mistake. Like drafting that pattern, the shoulder's a little bit off. So I'm gonna have to just work with it with what I got. Just look at this perfect continuity of the print. That's hilarious. Alright, so if we're doing this at, what did I do with my 20 inches? I'll do it at 21 to give myself some seam allowance. So the bottom is this. Okay, just measuring up here. And I said 21, right? 21. Measure over here. So if I needed to, I can take some off the top and make it shorter for her, because this is already lined up perfectly, and I don't want to mess with that. It's gonna look perfect. This print is making me think of rainbows until my heads explode. It's so beautiful. Okay. Take right around there. Yeah, it happens. Alright, I'm gonna sharpen my pencil. Okay. Even. Alright, so last bit here. Do this. 21. Okay. I think we got this. We got it. Okay. So I made it a little extra longer. Cutting them both at the same time because the pattern is oriented to the one underneath. We're just going for it. Choo 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 choo. All right. So this, I don't know if I could use this, but I am saving the scraps like a crazy hoarder. Anyway, that fabric is cut so perfectly. Thank you. Thank you very much. I tried very hard to make sure it was all the same. So here we have like a nice reveal, so you don't really have too much of a break. It's like exactly the same. So the idea being that this entire border is going to stay the same going from back to front. Ah, and it does have a center back zipper, which means that the back side of this skirt is going to be split in the middle. Yeah. Alright, so out of curiosity, let's see. I cut 2 panels here. This needs to be ironed terribly. We have this. This is the entire width of the skirt. This is going to be 2 panels front and back. So how much width or how much circumference do we have? Coming from the printed portion here to over here, it's going to be 82 inches. So it's going to be a little bit smaller than the typical Lolita skirt. Usually when I cut a panel skirt, it's 45-inch fabric because the print actually goes from selvage to selvage. So if I did it from the inside of these little tick marks here, I would have about 43.5 inches times 2, which is 89. Excuse me, no, that's 87 inches. So there's a little bit of loss in the circumference of this, But I think the actual pattern itself, too, doesn't have very much volume in the skirt, so it might be okay. So also, I am wondering about what I can use this bit for. I've got these pieces that I could possibly use for head bow, or let's see, where did I put that thing? Alright, first of all, I'm going to put away my pattern for the bodice, which I don't need. Just folding that in. I think that should fit. So this is how I store my patterns. It's no sophistication here. Just kind of have the draft, and then I put it away in a filing folder. I have a box with all the files. These pieces are all done. Now, if I have a client that has very specific measurements, this girl is not. She's pretty basic, so the basic size is fine, and I have that in a file generic. But if I have someone who has very tailored needs, then I'll put it in a envelope. Yeah, so my client here, she wants a matching purse to go, and a head bow to go with the entire outfit. So I drafted, she even said the exact purse that she wanted, which was from the Gothic Lolita Bible number 33. I don't think you were around when I was doing that, so let me show you real quick what that looks like. So, are you familiar with the Gothic and Lolita Bibles? This is the volume that she found a purse that she liked. And she's like, can you make me this to match my dress? Okay. So I have it. Let's see. Where did they go? Where did they go? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I guess we're getting there. There it is. Okay, so this guy. This purse. She wants to match without the, there's like a little yoke, sort of a faux yoke that goes around it. So without that part, just the shape of the purse to match out of the matching fabric. The funny thing is that this purse, it tells you to shape the bottom with a gusset. It doesn't actually have a gusset pattern or even included in the pattern at all. So part of me is going, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And the other part of me is like, well, it's a good thing I know how to make a gusset because they're not telling you how to do it. So I'm just kind of gonna do it. So let's see. Kind of curious. This doesn't make any sense. Because, okay, alright, it's telling you that you get 2 pieces of the body of the purse, and then 2 pieces of the lining of the purse. Why 2 pieces of lining? I don't know. Usually what I do is I have 2 front and back pieces for the purse itself, and then it has, instead of a square, yeah, a gusset. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you real quick what it kind of looks like. Maybe. Let me see if I can do this. So here we have the body of the purse. Oh my god, look at that. It fits in perfectly. Holy crap. Okay, so you have 2 of these cut. Now, in order to make it more voluminous on the bottom, so instead of having just 2 flat pieces like this, you have it kind of out like this, so that the purse opens at the bottom and has a nice little bag of it going in there. So the way you would do it is in the pattern itself, you would have the two bottom corners of your purse on both the front and the back of the purse cut out like this. So the bottom, however much you want it to be wide, is this much, and then the sides over here, so you have like this cut out. So then when you have it put together and it's sewn together, you kind of open it up like this and you sew across. And so then you have something that kind of looks like going like this on the bottom. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Basically, it's like folded in. Kind of like that. So it's a little bit of fabric origami. But that's how you would get a bottom that has shape to it. Yeah. But they don't have that in the pattern. I managed to barely translate, you know, the Japanese through a translator and what little Japanese I know to get the idea that, oh, they're saying you should shape it into a gusset. Good luck to anyone who has never done that before. Because usually it's just included in the pattern. The pattern itself would look like this. It would get cut out. You would cut it out like this out of the fabric, and then obviously that's where you then push it together, like kind of like one of those things where, you know, those fortune telling things from school, kind of like that, and sew across that thing, and you make a gusset. Anyway, I'm just going on now. So they ask you to do 2 of these for the purse body. But why 2 of these and 2 of the lining? Why? This part I can do. Also, you want 2 of these guys. These are the handles of the purse. Or go here. This is folded. And then it goes into the purse, like so. The easiest way to do this is I would just cut 2 of these out of the main fabric, cut 2 of these out of the lining, and then I guess shape the bottom. But on this pattern, it has something like, here are the marks for the handle, and then down here are the marks for the handle? No? What is going on? You know, it does have it. Actually, wait. I think I can answer this question, because I think it does state what these bottom marks here are supposed to be for. My guess is it may have something to do with the gusset that they don't just have drafted in the pattern itself, because reasons. Oy, oy, oy. So, you can do the same with the lining? Yes, you can do the same with the lining. In fact, that is how I have made like a whole series of bags just out of scrap fabric that we had lying around, and we wanted to use the scrap without wasting it, and we just had that out of the scrap fabric and lining, and you did the same thing. It makes it so much easier and streamlined if you just have a basic pattern with the gusset drafted in there for both the lining and so you don't have 2 separate pieces of pattern. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, anyway, I had a student just contact me. Hooray, I have students. Oh, and then I cut the excess. So you can do the same with the lining, and then I cut the excess. Yeah, you can do that. Anyway, let me see. Let me see if I can figure out what they are trying to indicate. It says the same thing. No, it says the same thing. Really? says the same thing. God damn it. Hand gripping. Yeah. Handle. 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 Why? Why though? How the hell is this thing constructed? If you have the main piece this small, with both these sides apparently having a handle. I am trying desperately to decipher the construction method of this particular tote bag. I mean, I can do it my way, and it'll work, but I'm not really understanding here. Jesus. No! Stop it, iTunes! Nobody loves you. Nobody loves you. I think I just need to... Unless they're saying... God, no, I don't know what they're saying. I'm sorry, I'm like spacing out in front of the camera right now, trying desperately to figure this out. Also, let me fix something. I don't know if this is looking the way that it needs to. New camera! Hooray! Dun. You're gonna go eat? Okay! Bon appetit! I need time to figure this out anyway. Wow. Why though? Which way was it? Oh no, which way was it? Ah! This way? This way, okay. Refolding these things is a challenge on its own. Oh god. Oh, right. Alright. We might end up winging it. That's okay. So we need 2 of these, although we should have, again, the image centered. No, and that will not work, so we need to have it centered here. Now, that's pretty cool. Hello, fine people. Welcome. at least it gives me some centering that I can center this to. Alright. Doing this within the seam allowance. Choo choo choo. Coo coo ka-choo. Okay. It's kind of right there. This guy gets 2 pieces. It's a nice long piece. So is this. So with this guy, it's gotta be folded in like this and then sewn across. Why do they tell you to double up on the lining though? Why though? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so here is 2 pieces. Just right in the center here. Trying not to waste anything. Allergies are still strong. Okay. These I can't really use. I might be able to use this. I'm hoarding this. I'm hoarding this print. I don't want to throw anything away that I might be able to use. I might have a problem. In any case, here are 2 of the main shell of the purse, 2 of the clasp that goes right on here, and then we got this. We totally got this. That is not going to be long enough. No, sir. Nope. But I might be able to get this way. Might be able to get some bows and stuff out of this. So this is definitely chew. Alright, so we don't need this anymore since we cut this out. Still need the handles. This is the lining, handles. We did the little clasp. This goes with the bodice. So this could be actually bundled together. Yeah. Like so. For bundling, folks. This is how they do it in a factory. So they use all these little scraps and things, and every piece from each ply gets bundled together and sent to the next part of the production process. So for now, these are all the pieces I need to make the main dress, except the lining. The lining's going to be cut out next. But while I've got this out, I still need to do a head bow. I need to decide on what kind of head bow to do, and there are plenty to choose from. Let's see, I don't know, random choice. What's number 12 got? Let's see what we got in number 12 of Otome no Sewing. And I have all of them. Oh my god, everybody left. Yeah, we got your typical Alice bow right here. Physical drop. These are advertisements. Schoolgirl. Like, I used to wear this kind of thing when I was 9. Back in the 90s. So here's a nice bag. This has like definite shaping on the sides. Oh, it was a little foolish. I should have recommended this one, but that's okay. That is okay. I am looking for, we got simple little bows, little candies, little hair barrette things. Okay, so let's see, what chapter, what page is the head bow? It's on 69, okay. 69, so, is it your basic, do it in the middle, kind of head bow? Yeah. It is. So let's see if I did it. Let's see, 8. It's supposed to be 8 centimeters wide. So twice that, giving it 16. And then folded in half, sewn in the middle, pressed in the middle, turned inside out. And that's for the bow. This is for the tie portion of this. Yeah, okay, I think I can go with this one. Pretty basic. Let's see if it's 36. 36. That's gonna be long because it's folded. And then 23. I could make the tie out of this, but then it's gonna be oriented wrong. I just want to make a whole bunch of little bows out of this stuff. Fabric is too precious. I might be able to use this for a tie, the tie for the bow. What's the tie out of? 8 by 6? Alright. We have a tie. The tie part for a bow. The rest of it, I don't know. I think I might be able to add embellishment somewhere, but I have not decided. Okay, this is all throwaway. Well, not throwaway. I'm just hoarding it like a crazy person. Alright. I don't want to throw anything away. So I got everything I need for the skirt, the bodice, all that stuff. I even have the first part of the purse done. I'm just gonna be drafting real quick. Not even on paper, I don't think. I'll just do this because it's just rectangles. I'm sorry. I did not pay attention to where my hands were. Alright, so basic head bow it is. Oh no. I like the foldy ones as opposed to just the set triangular ones. Let's see here. So it said 36 centimeters? 36 centimeters. Orientating. I don't know. I don't know words. I can't words. Right here, across, so right at the edge. Okay, and it said 8, but it's on the fold, so actually 16. And that's already including the seam allowance. This, so here, this is folded in half, so 16, let's do it right here. Oh, 16 is almost, I got it, awesome. Okay. Choopy choo, choo 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 choo. See, where did I say that it was? What? Why did I do this to myself? 36. It ends here. That's where we're aiming. Okay. Right there. So, this is folded in half. No, this is going to be the central part of the image. I mean, there's really no easy way of doing this with this particular print. God help me. I'm doing my best. And it's, okay, so then 10, so actually 20, because it's on the fold. And 23, oy oy oy. 20. 20 is this much. 20 is here. That is not, this is not going to be enough unless I did it. No, I cannot do it that way. Can't just take 2 pieces of 10. No, it's not going to work. Okay, so we're cutting this out. Hello, Minty. Welcome back. I'm cutting out the head bow, since I've got this fabric on my table right now, so I figured I might as well take the time. So for the head bow, the idea is it's sewn, first of all, inside out, like this. And then, once you turn it out, you bag it out, it's pressed with the seam in the back middle, like this. So if you can kind of imagine that it would look like this, so there's no seam on the top or the bottom. And then from here, the bow is then folded towards the center, like this. And then bloop, 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 bloop. Like that. I thought it would be a big bow. I don't know why. It's probably because you saw it all the way out like this. Maybe that's why. I chose this pattern though because I like the style where it's folded this way. It looks more three-dimensional. Anyway, and it's one piece too, so I don't have to put two pieces together and then do a top stitch around it. Yeah, thank you. I like it too. I also think it is cute. Blah. Now I have to do the long arms, or the tie portion. Not the tie portion, it's like the bottom of the bow where it's like hanging. I have to do that part, and that means I need to do this at 23. So probably down here. Choo choo choo. Cuckoo choo. 23. So right here, and I need my marker. 23 is here. Okay, and then it says 10 centimeters, but on the fold, so that's actually 20 centimeters. So I need to mark 20 centimeters. Okay. And then over here. How was your dinner? Was it dinner? I assume it was dinner. Yes, and it was something really fast. I mean, I was expecting a really big bow to go with the dress. Oh, I see. Yeah. I like moderate bows. I don't like crazy big bows. I think those look kind of ridiculous. Like something out of like an 80s prom or something like that. Avocados with eggs, bacon, and cheese. Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds super good. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom of the tie. And then we have the bow itself, which is folded in, like so. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Kind of something like that, maybe. And I have like a bunch of the head accessories to make head bows like this. The last thing that I would have to do is measure headband. I have a bunch here. Yeah, I have a bunch of these wide ones. But I really might need to order some more. I have a few, but I'm running out. I have a bunch of these really wide headband bases, and they taper. But I have at least one. I have a few. Okay, I have a few of my basic, regular, like half-inch wide headbands. I have way too many of those big ones. So for this, I think it would fit. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's definitely would fit. So these are the bow things. Still not convinced this is long enough because it has to go around the bow, and maybe it is. I don't know. So for this is the bow. I have to measure. So we're gonna have just a basic measurement here. It is about 15. We'll do it 16 inches long, and 16 inches is, we'll do 41 centimeters. How long does it say? 40 centimeters. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll do 41 centimeters. And then, yeah, you would measure however much you get here. And for this particular guy, I'm going to use my slip gauge, because I think that would give me a more accurate measurement. Let's see. From here to here. We have, okay, so it is a little bit wider than a half an inch. So if you did it, I think they're marketed as half-inch wide headband base. So if you did it with an inch plus your seam allowance, let's say your seam allowance was 1/4 inch on both sides, that gives you would do it about 1.5 inches, or maybe 4 centimeters wide. Then you can adjust accordingly. So 41 centimeters long. That's longer than this thing, so I can't use this. All these little scraps, and I'm terrified of throwing them away. Okay, so if I did it over here, 41. We did it like this, straight across. 41 is here. We'll just keep using this long line that we've got. We make it 4 centimeters wide. Right here. And then we have 4 centimeters up from there. Here. Let me just make sure we get it consistently here. Okay. So that is our headband. Pew pew pew! Now what I could do is I could also add some little bit of lace maybe here or there. I have some very fine, small white lace or cream lace that I could use. I might consider doing that because you don't want to just use the basic. Like, you can, but you have so many options. So, here are my headband pieces now. Got that all set. And I've got dress. I have some of the purse cut out, and then I have this much fabric left over, just in case I made a huge boo-boo in doing anything, any one of these things. So I have enough, if I need to save my butt. Let's see, how should I hold this here? Just winging it. Okay. I'm wearing one of my favorite cutsos today. So this is a brand called H Nauto, and it's this cute cutso from their, I don't know if it's a he or whatever, the H Nauto frill collection. I love wearing this with jeans because you can. So okay, in theory, it's gonna be very, very small, very, very small. Super small. I think I said a 1/4 inch, so it's going to be a 1/2 centimeter seam allowance on this guy. And that's okay, we can do that. We're okay. We can do anything. That's what I keep telling myself. Alright, put this back. So many patterns, so little time. Oh my god, you need to see this. I don't know if you can. Isn't he so cute? Can you see this little black fur ball? Kella. Aw, I'm so mean. He's so cute though. I can't help it. Cats! He's a good boy though, right? Are you a good boy? Yeah? They are tearing up my chair. It was a nice, expensive architect's chair, and it is just torn to shreds now. To shreds, you say? Oh my gosh. So I have a head bow. I have all my pieces for the dress. I guess I should just go ahead and cut out. Let me see if I can get a little. This is gonna get set aside. And now, ladies and gentlemen, or just ladies, I don't know. Well, that's what every owner does. Oh my god, my cat can't see me sitting down because she comes and sits on me every time. I know this feeling. Here is the main piece, and then I have this lining. And the lining is going to go inside the bag as well as inside the dress. It's going to be fully lined, and I drafted the lining for it using the remainder of the pieces from the facing. So the linings, there's no pin tucks on the lining portions. I drafted a pocket, hoping to God that it's big enough. I mean, it should be big enough to put in your cell phone. Do it this way. It's big enough to put in your hand. So there's a pocket. Here are the linings for the bodice. Ha ha ha. And then we're just going to cut out the same rectangle shapes a little bit shorter. I think that one we decided was 21. Dress over there. And so I will do it at maybe just 18 and a half. So it stays above the hemline. It is such a pretty color, isn't it? I think I chose well. Here's the main fabric, and then this part's the lining. So I think it's a nice color. You know, while I'm on this, I should probably make sure that I have the right color zipper for the back. And, oh, you know what I just realized? That it is entirely possible I skipped over this step, but I think this dress has waist ties. Oh, help me God. Okay. I think it has waist ties? Maybe it doesn't because it's supposed to be worn with this apron? Okay, it's 71, right? 71. Hey! Look at that! It has waist ties. Luckily, I have enough fabric to make waist ties. Okay. And so we're supposed to, okay, so there are 4 pieces of waist ties, and it tapers. They're the tapering kind. I like the tapering kind. They look great. They're a pain in the ass to make, but I like them. So we're gonna do that. Yep. Yeah, see how they, I don't know how well you can see this, but see here how they have you doing panels for this dress? So that you have less volume at the top and more at the bottom, but this print is not going to allow for that. It doesn't work that way. Okay. So waist ties, I'll get to that after a while, eventually. For now, oh yeah, I was going to choose my zipper. I have an assortment of zippers. I think these are my 18 inches. These are my 22s. Tell me that I have purple. The right purple. I think I do. Right there. Look at that. Almost. Pretty much. Close enough, right? Okay, so that's really purple. I have so much red in here. Why though? I have this lighter one. Can you see that? So here's the main print and the lining, and then I have a light lavender. I have this darker purple. I have like a really, really purple, but no, that's not gonna work. They're invisible zippers. I have a problem. I like invisible zippers a lot. I have this. The only thing you're going to see is the zipper pull, because they're invisible zippers, so like you sort of match it so that it's not showing up too badly. But the whole idea of an invisible zipper is that it hides inside the seam. So if it's just the zipper pull, the light lavender looks almost perfect. This one, to go with kind of. What else do I have in here? Don't I have others? Oh my god. I have so many zippers. Oh, hey. Did I find one? Hey, check this out. I think I found the color. This actually goes very well, right? Okay. I guess that answers that question. Good times. Now I have to put away all my zippers again. What is wrong with me? So this is me going nuts and buying like random lots of zippers. And I'm like, they'll just send me lots of different colors. I can make things to match the zipper. I had this idea where I would just get a whole bunch of zipper colors and like design dress around the color of the zipper as a challenge to myself. Yeah, that didn't work. I never ended up doing that, mostly because, well, I might be a little lazy, but also I had so many other projects on my plate. You can do that! Sure! Look at all these zippers I've got. I ended up ordering like a bunch of different colors in 18 and then separately in 22 inches and then a whole bunch of just red. I had this crazy idea that I would do red dresses, Lolita dresses or something, I don't know. So I have a bunch of red 22-inch invisible zippers because I'm a crazy person and I don't know how to say no. Because red is beautiful. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But look, okay, so this is the perfect purple plum color, eggplant. That's what I found the thread is called, is an eggplant color. So we have eggplant, zipper, we have, the lining is a little lighter, but it's okay, we don't need to match the zipper to the lining. And this time, I don't need to worry about matching, so I can just cut this on the fold, like that. And you know what? I'm going to do a crazy thing too. I'm going to pin this to the fabric. It just needs to be aligned. The pinning to the fabric thing is such an old-fashioned way of doing it, and I still do it, even though I learned so many different ways of doing it, like using pattern weights, or just tracing the shape of the pattern to the fabric. There's another method too that I'm not allowed to share online because I was asked not to, so I'm not going to share that method, but I also know that method. In any case, the times. Oh, I think it's going to be lunchtime for me soon. So these pieces are going to be attached to the facings on the inside. And there's a way to do it so that they fit in nicely. Let's hope that I actually end up doing it right so that I'm not showing you wrong. So anyway, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Really? Can I do it like this? Can I do it like this? God damn it. the center front anyway, so maybe I could just do, like, get it right up in there. Ah, I wonder if I can do this. No, I can. It's interesting. I'm trying a thing, because I can push down pins in my table. Oh, that is a needle. So I had enough give that it lifted from the table when I'm cutting it. I was wondering if that would actually work. Never tried this before. So in this case, I'm also going to do the same thing here. Just for a bit? Just for a bit? Wait, did I miss something? Was I not paying attention? Did I totally miss something here? Oh! I mean, before you changed the place of the patterns. Oh, yeah. I think these work better if I can push them in. So, this is an experiment. Okay, let's see if Carol is crazy. I mean, we know she's crazy, but... And she's talking in third person. So the idea that I'm using these instead of the push pins is I thought maybe it would give me a little bit of leeway when I'm cutting and it's lifting the fabric. I'm curious. So far so good. Seems to be working. So I just needed it to lift a little bit, give me some room. Now, can I? No. Oh my god, that song. What the hell? Now what I can do is probably take that out just briefly so that I can come across this way. Okay. That means this one's cut out, so that's done. Okay. So that's done. supposed to be center side front bodice. There's supposed to be a fucking notch on this. Well, okay, whatever. We're just gonna go with it. Right. So that's that piece. That's that piece. My cat has its tongue sticking out. Why? Because they're adorable when that happens. My cats do that too sometimes. Mostly it's Kara who ends up doing that. Like, you catch her in the middle of her licking herself and cleaning herself, and like she stops and she stares at you and she has her tongue just sticking out. Like, what? What? What do you want? Yeah, I'm giving myself a bath. You have a problem with that? Back. Last bit here, the center back. Go. And this guy right here has a notch. Okay, there's lining for the bodice. She's just laying down. Cat. She's being a cat. Cats do weird things. They're like alien creatures. They make no sense. Okie dokie. Alright, I'm gonna cut this out and then I'm gonna go to lunch. This is lunchtime. Ta-da! And we have pockets! The mythical thing. That mythical thing in Lolita clothing is pockets. Well, now I have pockets. I'm trying to put pockets in everything I make, just as a standard. Wow, I sure have a lot of this here purple fabric. Might need to make a blouse out of it or something. Anyway, yeah, some brand does, some brand doesn't. So I was just wearing, I think last week I wore my Angelic Pretty, it's like party, it's tea party something. Anyway, magical tea party, I don't know. But it has one pocket on one side. A lot of the time, like Baby the Stars Shine Bright, there are no pockets on any of the dresses that I own of theirs. So, I don't know. Also, it's not typically something that a lot of, yeah, oh, why only one side? I know. That was weird to me too. But in any case, that's what I found. Anyway, a lot of indie brands too, I noticed, don't include pockets. So I'm trying to change my tune about including pockets, because I didn't do that either. I was just lazy and I put together the dress, so I didn't think about pockets. Well, that's changing. So, now there's 4 people watching and I'm about to go to lunch. Aww. Well, if you don't follow me, follow me. If you do follow me, you're going to get the notification of when I come back online. So, we will see you perhaps later. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 2:30. I'm going to take like about 45 minutes to just eat something, relax a little bit, and I'm going to come back to this. So, yeah, I'll see you later, Minty, and everybody else. See you later. And, yep, Bruni.